live feed, which I hadn't done yet. Chasing out doing laundry, if you can believe it. Women's work is never done. Anyway, back to net control. You can see us right now on YouTube. All you have to do is look up K4PEW. That's my call. Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. In the what do you call it? In the search block on YouTube.com, or you can look us up on our Simplexnet page, which is 146415.net. Or you can go to groups.io and see our schedule, as well as get an opportunity to join the email list, where there's 174 or 5, I think, people there at groups.io. It's GROUPS.Indy Oscar. And just type in a search for MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex. Excuse me. Now, let's see, where was I? Oh, yes, purpose of the net. We have back up a little bit here. The net normally meets every Wednesday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. And we normally conduct the net on 146.415 FM Simplex. Purpose of the net is to have fun, figure out who you can hear, who you can hear. I can pretty much hear everybody, pretty much. I mean, there's occasions where somebody tries to check in and they're either so far away, they may be able to hear me, but I can't hear them, and it's very possible, especially you could have a great, elevation with an HD and hear me, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to hear them. Anyway, we also use the net to announce activities, and due to the second COVID outbreak, the Bowling Green net the Bowling Green, Hamfest has been canceled. That was October 2nd. I don't know if Sevierville's is also, I think, in October. I don't know if that's still up and going. I know that a lot of clubs are still active, so I don't know what's going on. Does anybody have any other? I don't have any other announcements. Anybody have any of their own?
KM4YRF.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Don't forget the 10-meter net on Sunday night, 7:30, 28.415 upper sideband.
Yeah, that's very good. Almost forgot about that. 28.415, which is the 10-meter net on Sunday night, at 7:30 p.m., which Michael, KM4YRF, ably handles. Been doing that for a little over a year now, I think. Also, tonight we're doing the 2-meter net, the 6-meter net, but before that, in between there, we're doing the 2-meter upper sideband net, which we did not do last Saturday, and nobody said a word. So I don't know if nobody cares, just nobody missed it, or I don't know. But anyway, we're going to jump right into it. We've got, hold on, got those 3 nets to do. Let me get to the right page here. In case you're keeping notes, we have 2 meters on 146.415, which you're obviously listening to, and then we do the 2-meter upper sideband on 144.240, and then we've also got the 6-meter net on 50.135. 50.135. We're going to be in that order: 2-meter, 2-meter upper sideband, 6-meter. Right now, we're going to start taking check-ins on for those short on time. Please come in.
KV9RKK.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, good evening there, Paul. Yeah, I got my brother over here. I just figured I'd check in real quick.
All right, very good. Hope you're having a good time.
Oh, yeah. He's been, I've been on the radio on and off on some of these QSO parties, but yeah, he's on his way back from Florida. He's visiting our folks down in Florida. He's on his way back up to Chicago.
Oh, so he goes from good, better, and then worst.
Yeah, you could say that.
No, I'm saying I don't know which order to put those in, but no, I think it depends on where he lives in Illinois. Obviously, Chicago area has its great areas.
Yeah, if you can, get shot or something. Yeah. No, luckily he don't live anywhere near the city. He's out kind of out by where the Chicagoland area ends, and the rest of Illinois starts. But he's close enough to where he don't like it.
Well, that's what's funny is if you look over, and I've flown over that area commercially, that is, and you realize that so much of that state is farms and woods.
Yeah, he's right at the edge, and back when our parents used to live out in the kids bought their old house when they moved to Florida. Well, back when they got that building, it was kind of far farther out. It wasn't anywhere near it, but it keeps growing and growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, maybe it's starting to shrink now. Well, the rough suburbs in Chicago obviously grew, that's for sure. All right, well, very good, Frank. Let's move on. Hope you have a good time with your brother. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo Kilo. Who else is short on time?
Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot.
All right, Rick, you doing all right?
Doing good, man.
Fantastic. Nothing else for the net? You sound good.
Well, thank you very much. I like to hang in here. I just got some stuff to do, man. One of these days I'll be able to participate a little more.
Don't worry about it. No excuses, man. There's no, we don't take excuses.
No excuse, just saying.
Yeah, no, I understand. All right, very good. Hey, you got to make sure if your Michael didn't already ask you what. Don't tell me, because I don't want it on the air. What did you used to call that chipped beef on toast? Okay, just tell your brother. Don't tell me.
Gotcha.
All right, you have a good night, Rick. That's Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. And that's Rick in Ashland City. Who else is west? Well, who else is short on time? Excuse me. All right, there. We're starting. I forgot where we were even. Hold on. See if you can catch me doing laundry. By the way, this is net number 727. We're starting from the north, but 727. What a great number. Anybody else short on time? All righty, we'll start from the north then. Go ahead. Anybody from the north? I think I doubled somebody. Hey, how you doing, Steve?
Wonderful. How are you? Just want to leave you here.
Oh, well, you're about as far north as we get, so you're doing fine.
Yeah, I'm disappointed about the Hamfest, as everybody else is.
Yeah, I know. Well, I understand their concerns, and I can't say I don't. You know, it's funny because I saw most of the people that were at the Huntsville Hamfest, almost nobody was wearing masks.
Well, I mean, you had your brothers, you'd rather not anyway, right?
Well, I didn't wear one. I've been vaccinated, so I wasn't really too concerned. And it's not like everybody goes around hugging and kissing the other hams when they go to a ham fest.
Not lately, anyway.
Very good. But you're doing all right? And that's going well?
Yeah, doing fine. Trying to choke down dinner and give you a number. 73, my friend.
Yeah, very good, Steve. Good to hear from you. That's Steve up in north of Bowling Green, Whiskey 4, Whiskey Kilo Uniform. Who else is north? Anybody north?
WB0 and all.
You're just trying to be polite there, Mark?
No, I'm on a talkie here, and I didn't know if you could hear me.
Oh yeah, you're on your HD up there. No, you sound fine.
Well, good. I'm listening on the iPad and talking to you on the talkie and watching the race. I'm multitasking.
Cool. You're doing S5 into my station.
Wow. Well, that surprises me. I'll have to spend more time in my easy chair.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. Well, not everybody's going to hear you as well as I do.
I understand. That's cool.
Very good, Mark. Anything else for the net? I just hope you're doing all right.
Doing fine. Nothing for the net. Just chilling.
All righty, chilling on a wet weekend. Very good. That's Mark. He's up in Northwest Wilson, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north?
Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra, Paul, Northmount Juliet.
Hello, Paul. You doing okay?
Yeah, just fine. Enjoying the soggy conditions here. Did a oil change and tire rotation to make the best out of it.
You do that at your house?
Yeah.
No, hardly anybody does that anymore. You know that?
It's true. A lot of people, I don't know, don't want to work on their cars or don't have the time, but I still do.
Well, I would do it here. I have done some of those things, but I don't like doing it out in the driveway because my garage is full of other things.
Well, that is the key to making room. It was raining today, so I had to shove everything into a corner to get it all in there. But I do what I can. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in people doing some of that stuff for me.
Oh yeah, I know. It's I appreciate what you're saying though, because I've heard people having bad experiences with some of those the routine, they're not really mechanics that are working on your car. They're just high schoolers.
Oh yeah, and they try to get you on the upsell. I got a buddy actually that works at an oil change place, and he told me all about how they try to reach into your pocket.
Well, that's again nothing wrong with that. I mean, you don't have to say yes. I mean, people kind of, I got a kick the last time I was in one of those places, like you said, because they want to. Oh gosh, I forget what else they want to get. We have windshield wipers, and I don't remember if they filled the washer fluid for the wipers, but it was a matter of everything they wanted to touch.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm even, I don't have tire machines here, so I still got to go to Discount Tire or whatever when I have that done. But usually every time I come back from there, someone managed to cross thread one of the studs.
Yeah, or makes them too tight or too loose.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we do what we can. If it's major, then yeah, we'll find somebody. But I'm young enough to still crawl around under there.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Well, very good, Paul. I'm glad to see you're doing all that mundane stuff because you don't trust others. That was Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra. That's Paul here in North Mount Juliet. Who else is north?
November 4, India Tango, India, Marvin, and Gallatin.
Hello, Marvin. Which antenna are you using? Tell me again.
It's a dipole I've got in my garage. I'm going to pick up a Comet here.
Oh yeah, I thought. Well, I was presuming you didn't have the new antenna yet, because your signal is still fairly low, but I can read you. It'd be nice when you get that other antenna in.
How about now? I up the power a little bit. Is that any better?
Oh, it's not bad. You got about an S7 signal, and but the audio is still a little low. So I don't know if that's a function of the microphone you're using, or you're not too close to it, or what.
I could be. I just got a Yaesu FD2800M.
No, it's a nice radio. Don't get me wrong. Well, very good. When do you hope to get that antenna?
Well, I'm an Amazon Prime member, so probably the day after I order it.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, the only thing I found I got to be careful with Amazon is sometimes I like the next day stuff, or 2-day delivery, whatever they're offering due to the Prime I have, but sometimes their prices are out of line.
That's true. I tried to shop around, but sometimes I'll go ahead and pay a little more to get it sooner.
Oh yeah, no, there's obviously a method to that madness. I mean, can't tell you how many times I had customers pay a huge premium to get next day or 2-day air delivery on something.
We all want it now. We want what we want, and we want it now.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Well, again, sometimes it's critical. In business, sometimes it's hypercritical. I had a guy one time. I ordered something out of Illinois, and it was a factory order, and I said, I'd like you to get that on, take it to the airline terminal and put it on the, I think they used to call it blue label of the airlines. And he goes, well, how do you expect me to do that? There's a factory operation. I said, please call a cab and pay for the cab, and you send me a bill. That's how we do it.
Yeah, I work in medicine, and we've had to do that sometimes with records. We'll have somebody pick it up in a taxi and carry them over.
Yeah, exactly. So when somebody wants something bad enough, they'll pay a lot of money to get it in as quick as they need it.
That's for sure.
Well, very good. What part of medicine are you working?
Well, I'm a nurse, and I work in recovery room. I used to do heart, but I've kind of backed off a little bit in retirement, and I do what's called PRN, which is as needed. I work 1 or 2 days a week in the first anesthesia.
Ah, very good. Yeah, that's an exciting profession. And I know what you didn't have to tell me what PRN was, because I used to work in a hospital, but not in nursing. I was the director of, he's called director of maintenance or director of plant operations. I don't know what they're calling it these days. I noticed now that everybody who's a new terminology came up the last time I was messing around in the hospital with my mother. Now they call, how they call somebody a criminologist. Well, now I'm sure you already know, they call doctors hospitalists.
Right, because the private duty doctors don't come to the hospital anymore. These doctors are excellent working and they're there 24 hours a day.
Right, right. No, I understand. It just the first time I heard it, it was funny to me because I don't think a lot of people understand what that term is.
As a nurse, I don't like it because I think the doctor who sees the patient on a daily basis should be there taking care of them when they're in the hospital.
Yeah, I was a little confused by that process myself because you really would you'd think the attending physician would be your doctor, not the guy who shows up at the hospital who's there every day. He doesn't know you from Adam.
Exactly, and we have that. I have that issue with some of those hospitals.
Yeah, I'm with you. Anyway, plus they have to. It's hard. I think it's hard for them to see and know the whole record of the patient.
That's for sure. I work mostly with surgeons, but every now and then I have to work with a hospitalist who comes in and takes care of the patient's own stuff. And that's the issue I have. They the patients.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I know hospital stuff is neat. It's a very demanding operation, as you already know. And how many hours you working on a PRN basis?
1 or 2 days a week. I'm working on Monday. That's probably the only day next week I'll work.
Cool. That's nice. It's not because man, they seem to be shorthanded as it is. So I don't know. Is there a lot of people dropped out of the profession?
Well, we've had a lot of people leave. I guess a lot of them are doing travel. I did travel for a while, which you can make a lot of money at, but it's really hard on you physically and mentally. We've lost full-time people, but hopefully we're making it up with our PRNs and part-time.
Yeah, I got you. Well, very good, Marvin. Glad to hear you're doing well. That's November for India, Tango, India. You're in Gallatin, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, very good. Can't wait to hear you on that new antenna. Who else is north? Please come in. West, please come in.
It's no 4 OTB.
All righty. That was Whiskey 4, is it? I forget. It's Whiskey 4 OTV, Oscar Tango Victor.
Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor.
There you go. Now I had it. Now I got it right. For some reason, when you push the mic, I didn't hear the first letters. And while I was familiar with the call, I couldn't remember what they were.
Oh, it's totally fine. I'm on crossband repeat right now on a little bow thing. And, I don't know how good it works sitting in my recliner in here, honestly.
No, the both thing on a crossband is going to work fine. I mean, it may have, I guess, some overall quality issues, but for the most part, they work great.
Yeah, this is my old one. And my new one, I got a little $26 one. It doesn't seem to do as well on crossband for some reason, but this was the more expensive 8-watt. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but it seems like when I try to hook that one up to crossband, it doesn't do right.
Oh, really? Why wouldn't you? Don't really know why?
I have no idea. I thought it might, one day when I first did it, I thought it was a squelch, but it wasn't the squelch. I had the squelch set right because, if you have it down too far, they'll all screw up, and it'll also chunk the repeater over and over and over again. I didn't know that, but yeah, that can also mess the repeater up if you're not careful. I found out, but yeah, the $25 one doesn't do it very well for some reason.
But everything else going well for you, Joel? Besides that little thing?
Yeah, we just been quarantining this week. My girlfriend tested positive Monday, and I had to quarantine with her. I got tested the same day, came back negative, did a PCR where they go way up in your head and do the test, send it to a lab, and I passed it again. And yesterday they wanted me to come in and do a third one, and I passed it the third time. So I guess I'm ready to go back to work.
Oh, so is she doing all right with it though?
She's doing better now. She's been coughing a lot. It kind of attacks the lungs, and she was running a little bit of a fever as well. But she seems to be doing okay now. I just hope it stays that way.
Yeah, they're doing anything special for medication?
Well, they give her like a bunch of different types of cough syrup, and that's pretty much it. I don't know. And then they give her I forget what this thing is they call Islam pearls or something. I don't know. I've never heard of it before, but yeah, they're for the cough. But yeah, they do pretty none.
Well, I know how my parents would have treated COVID, and they would have taken some Vicks with vapor rub, stuffed some up my nose, and covered my chest with it, and put a hot towel over my chest.
No kidding, right? I was thinking, when she had some big too, she was using that last night, and I figured that would help her, but she hasn't had any smell or any taste, until tonight. I brought a Danish home from Walmart a little while ago, and it had a pack of them I got when I was grocery shopping, picking up a few things, and she could actually taste it a little, so that made me feel a little better.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I hope she does all right. I mean, it's so widely active in some people and not active in others.
And I also found out, I don't know how true this is, but type O blood type helps fight the disease more than any other blood type. And I've heard that from a few folks, and that's what I have is type O. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but we've been together this entire time, and I haven't caught it. So, knock on wood, hopefully that's the reason why.
I don't know. Maybe the O stands for odd.
There's a high possibility. That's what I'm guessing because I would have thought by now that we sleep in the same bed and everything, and I mean I've been here breathing the same air, which I've been out in the garage most of the time playing radio stuff mostly, but yeah, I mean that's all I've been doing, messing with that FT8, which I don't really know if I like it or not. And I'm trying to get on the C-Star stuff lately, so yeah, I just been playing radio most of the time.
Yeah, very good. Well, I hope your girlfriend hangs in there without getting anything serious going on. Anyway, well, you have a good one, Joel. You sound good, even though it's on a Bofang on crossband. That was Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Who else is West?
KM41RF, Mike in Belshire.
Hey, Mike, you all set for the 6 meter, or did you mess with it?
Yeah, I put the Omni angle up, but I couldn't get anybody to help me check it out before that, so we'll find out.
Oh, I heard you calling it for Ken.
Yeah, I listened for a while, and I heard him briefly, and then he was gone.
Yeah, I've been every net night. I seem to be. I mean, just as I looked at the clock, and I wasn't even wearing a T-shirt, and I was. It was 1 minute to 8, and I had to run and get a shirt. Not that it matters. It just kind of feels uncomfortable sitting there on the net, not wearing anything but a pair of shorts.
Well, we couldn't see you,
Yeah, no, I don't want to leave that mental image in anybody's brain to either.
I hear you. Well, I don't reckon I have anything further, so I'll say thank you, man.
All right, very good. I hope Emily continues to improve.
Well, thank you, Paul, and I'm sure she will.
Very good. That's Mike again. He does the 10 meter net also fills in for me on occasion, but he does the 10 meter net Sunday nights at 7:30, 7:45, 7:30 p.m. Excuse me. I'm 28.415. So be there if you can. That was Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is West? Down to the south.
Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee Mike Laverne.
Hey, Mike, how are you? 2 mics in a row.
Okay, you talking to Mike and Laverne now?
Yes, Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee.
Yeah, I know. Keep bumping heads out there. I just wanted to comment there in the very beginning of the net talking about stereotyping cities and states. I was most impressed during my military travel stationed up in Philadelphia and going over to New Jersey. All the pine barrens and the agriculture, they call it the garden state, but I always thought of it like New York or New York City.
Oh yeah, no. Most people when they think of New Jersey, they think it is a big chemical dump or something.
Well, they were up there south of the big city.
Oh yeah, no. There's industry up there for sure, but New Jersey again, lots of forests, lots of farms, lots of flowers, and there's other things besides industry.
Oh yeah, we stayed down south Cape May on the shore, all that good stuff, and I was really impressed with it. But anyway, everybody's sounding good out there tonight. I've got my antenna towards Belshire, but I've got some weird lobes on this antenna. I can't figure it out.
Well, for what it's worth, Michael has trouble. Mike, are you still on frequency?
I am.
Can you hear Michael and Laverne?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, mic, but you're much weaker. Normally, you're as loud as Paul. Well, you're 7 over S9. I mean, well, that's not bad for one of those illegal antennas or illegal radios.
Well, Mike, W04Y, Michael. No, sometimes there's problems in that area in Laverne, Antioch, Murfreesboro going south for Michael. I think it's just due to terrain problems. So that's and the conditions aren't good. It gets even worse.
Well, I added a little bit of 20-degree elevation up in case I could catch an airplane, leaving out of PE&A.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, I hear them wah 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 wah. I'm over here in Smyrna.
Oh, I'll bet you do. And how much traffic do you see out of Smyrna? At the airport?
It's not regular. There's, a lot of private students out there.
Yeah, I got you. I was reminded, but speaking of New Jersey, I was reminded we were watching a movie, my wife and I, and in the movie she goes, I forget the name of the place now, but there's an airport, and I remembered it was a New Jersey town, and it's just a little bit west of New York City, just a little bit west of Manhattan, on the other side of the Hudson River, obviously in New Jersey. I can't think of it, but there's a private airport there. She was talking, and she was telling, you got to get on that plane. They were going out to Los Angeles. She goes, where the heck is that? My wife, who's from Long Island, didn't know where that was. And I said, well, that's in New Jersey. And I looked it up, and of course, it was just maybe 20 minutes out of New York City. But it's, again, private jets, private planes. It's not a commercial airport.
And that reminds me, years ago, Trump had a titanium-plated jet, and people used to work 2 meters up there, I guess, in New York, where he would head in and out certain times.
Yeah, I'm sure he had a. As I recall, he had a 727 or something like that, didn't he?
I just remember QSD had an article about how they started realizing that they were getting good reflections off of this titanium belly airplane.
Oh, that's funny. Probably he had it hardened for anti-aircraft fire.
I don't know, but it was in QSD. I promise you. Look it up. It should be findable.
Oh, that's funny. Yep. No, it is funny how aircraft can really affect signals. I remember that as a kid, seeing that, listening to AM, how you hear that stuff. Well, very good, Mike. Good to hear you in there. That's Mike and Laverne, Whiskey, Oscar, 4 Yankee. Good signal. Who else is west or south?
We are 480. Go, Greg and Antioch.
Hey, hold on, Greg and Antioch. We had Tim and Tim and Murfreesboro, excuse me, come first.
What's going on, Paul? I ain't moved to Laverne yet.
You don't want to move to Laverne. You're down in, let's see, Murfreesboro is in the other county, isn't it?
They're both in Roseland.
Oh, I guess that's right. I always think of Laverne as being in Davidson. I don't know why. I think it's Antioch that's in Davidson, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, Laverne's just right there, borders it. I mean, I don't know if Davidson claimed it or not, but I don't think Laverne would claim Davidson then. So, but anyway, you doing okay?
Oh yeah, no, it's a typical net night. I try to pack 2 hours worth of work into, I pack 4 hours worth of work into 2 hours before the net.
Yeah, well, you're the man to do it. Appreciate it. But that's what's going on over here. Just watching rain. But at least I didn't have to no lightning, so I didn't have to disconnect the antennas and stuff. So I even got to check in on the before FM and D-Star tonight. So I talked it out of the park.
Oh, so you did check into those nets at 7:30?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got tied up, and I did. But it was 7:45, and I said, nah, at least I can check into the fusion side, and I forgot to do it.
Yeah, I'm sitting right here at the radio and watching time to eat. So by the time I come in, you was on north. So I said, well, let's go finish up. It's just about right. I want to plan come together. All right, Paul, I'll let you get back at it so you keep having them out. Might see you on the 2 meter sideband net tonight. KR4AC clear after you second net.
Yeah, very good. That's Tim in Murfreesboro. I just looked up the name of that airport. It's Teterboro Airport in New Jersey. That's what it is. I'd never been there, but I recognize the name. By the way, there's a street right near. There's a community right next to Teterboro Airport. That community, housing, just regular residential housing, and it's got a street called Redneck Avenue.
That's where Scully tried to land.
Who?
Scully, the hero pilot that landed in the Hudson. They tried to lead him over there to Teterboro.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's right. That would have been his alternate route if he couldn't land in Newark.
Going in the Hudson.
Yeah, he did a good job, though. I'll tell you what. He's one talented and lucky guy. Things could have went pretty bad in one fell swoop on that day. Anyway, let's see. That was Tim, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. He's a Murfreesboro, and next up was Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? Just now stepping in.
Oh yeah, it's funny how I almost every net night, as much as I try to plan in advance, I'm rushing at the end. I mean, that really is funny to me because I'm trying. Because my wife works, 5 of the night, both net nights actually. She's working, so I have to make my own dinner. I got to take care of the dogs. I do work out in the garage, and sometimes I do laundry. All of a sudden, it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's me. I'm doing laundry and kind of working out in the garage.
That must be the new, the new trend for families. Because I've been doing my own laundry for years.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that forever. Everybody does their own, even the kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it seems to work out.
Well, that way, I think it teaches. I never had to do that as a kid, and I was forced to do it in the military. And that's when you learn that if you don't do it right, you look like an idiot.
Yeah, good and wrinkled.
Very good. I had a room with a guy when I was up in Minneapolis at school at one of the companies I worked for. It was, I think it was a 2-week school. And the guy I roomed with, like after the 3rd or 4th day, I sent some clothes and I washed some clothes in the hotel laundry and brought them back to the room. And I brought out the iron and the ironing board. And I'm ironing. And he goes, "Oh man, you know how to iron?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Where'd you learn this?" I go, "Military." He goes, "Would you iron my shirts?" I go, "Well, if I have to, I will."
Yeah, did you all have to use starch or did you use starch?
Did I use starch? I try to remember. I don't know if we had. I don't remember if we had canned starch or not because we'd get the clothes and then we'd have to. We had a makeshift. It was not a ship. It was a little destroyer. So we did have an ironing board somebody brought in. They didn't provide us that crap. So if we wanted our uniforms to look good, we only had 2 ways to do it. We could pay the laundryman on the ship to iron it for us on the press. And that would cost money, or we could do it ourselves. He did a better job, though.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been in that situation where I was required to have extra starch and you end up doing it your own versus paying for it.
Yeah. No, but that's one of the things the military, I think, does it. You start learning things that, they say, well, you don't have to do it. You can just look like a bum if you want to, but it's not going to look good on inspection day.
Yeah, and that's funny because in my mind, I would have pictured that they did the laundry communally.
Well, we had to hand scrub our clothes when I was in basic training. I'm not sure why they wanted us to do that. It's still unclear to me, other than just get you into a routine. You have to take care of your own crap. And not only was it anybody who's been in the Navy will know what I'm talking about. We actually then had to hang out our clothes. In other words, if we wore a shirt and a t-shirt, pair of pants, underwear, socks, and that would be about it. And our hat. That all had to be hung outside at the end of the day, say at 7 o'clock at night. Hopefully it dried overnight, but you didn't have any clothespins. You get these 6 or 8 inch lengths of twine, and that's how you tied up your clothes with twine.
That's amazing. I had no idea. Yeah, when was the last time you saw a clothesline?
In a movie?
Yeah, it's been forever. We have one, of course.
Well, what's funny is, remember how good clothes smell when they come off a clothesline?
It was wonderful.
Oh, it's just amazing. And now nobody does it. I don't remember the last time I saw clothes out to dry.
It probably wouldn't even smell the same anymore.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it would though. I have to try that just for old time's sake.
Oh, very good.
All right, Greg, you have a good one. That was Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg in Antioch. Who else is Sal?
W4, EBS.
Hey, Eddie, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just staying in, keeping dry.
Yeah, it was a little soggy, but at least it wasn't a heavy downpour the whole day.
Well, it sure messed up the car show and the late fest this morning. I don't know if everybody came back later on or not, but we had a downpour.
It did rain hard early on. What time did you rain hard over your place?
Oh, yeah, it rained a couple of hours, it seemed like, at least like 8 to 10 or 11.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. Today I got up about 8, quarter to 9 maybe 9 o'clock. So maybe I missed. I saw it did rain hard for a while. You're right, and then it let up. I don't know what time.
Yeah, I drove by the car show and the late fest, and you'd be surprised how many people were out there in the rain.
Well, the real serious car aficionados, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Everything else going well?
Oh, yeah. Trying to stay dry here. Thanks for doing the best. Hope everybody's doing okay.
All right, very good. That's Eddie in Gladeville, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. Who else is South?
Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, Ken Smyrna.
Hey, Ken, what's up?
Nothing but a little bit of rain today. Not heavy rain, but just constant.
I didn't look at the weather, but I'm willing to bet we got an inch. We had to at least got an inch.
Yeah, let's see, if I look, we got a little over an inch and a half.
Oh, really? You did get that much?
We did. It's good for the yard, but it's bad for the mowing.
Well, it's supposed to be cloudy and rainy tomorrow, I think, as well. So I don't think you have too much to worry about with the sun coming out and wreaking havoc on the rest of the stuff growing.
I agree. You doing okay, Paul?
Oh yeah, no. As long as I got food in my stomach and I'm comfortable and air conditioning's on, I'm happy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to burp in your ear. We're doing good too. Your wife okay after the second COVID?
Oh yeah, she had some slight reaction to it, which I looked it up. If you ever look that up for the Moderna shot in particular, I looked up the statistics on that from the Center for Disease Control. In total, any what do you call it, reactions, any reported reaction. Let me qualify that because obviously they can't know about report or who doesn't report, but they had a total of 81% of the people who got the Moderna second shot had some kind of reaction. Now, whether that was uncomfortable in their arms, or it was a headache, or a slight fever, or any kind of fever, fatigue, myalgia, nausea, chills, any of the things. And think about that number, 81.9%.
So is she better now?
Oh yeah, she had similar reaction than I did. I had muscle. I think that's what that myalgia is called. It's where you feel like you got the flu with that muscle ache you get, and took a couple of Tylenol, went to bed, and everything was fine.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get back to the net. I was just wanted to check and see how your wife was doing after that second shot. We had similar, I don't know what you want to say, similar things that happened to us too. So, but we're all good, and she'll be okay. So, K4PEW, WV40, back to the net.
Yeah, very good, Ken. Glad everything's going well at your house. Your wife was feeling better?
She's absolutely doing good. She's beginning to crouch at me, so, she has to be okay.
Well, as long as you're tending to what she needs.
Absolutely.
All right, very good. That's Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. That's Ken in Smyrna. Who else is out?
Don't forget Carl. Hi.
Oh, I didn't hear Carl in there. Carl, go ahead.
Hey, just checking in there. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Sorry I missed the net.
Hey, it's all good. I'll let you get along with it. N-A-N-U-T.
Hey, I didn't. I don't know if I told you it. I saw Tom and 2NUT at the Huntsville Hamfest.
No, no. Yeah, I missed out on that one.
Anyway, he said, hey man, I'm glad you showed up. He just seemed happy to see me for whatever reason. I guess because he's got no friends down there, and so I told him that too. And anyway, he says, yeah, he goes, I got one of your antennas. Now all of a sudden the Diamond X700 is my antenna somehow. But he says it doesn't work as well because of the terrain issues of where he lives.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you made that antenna famous. That's good. So, yeah, he didn't have his pork chop around his neck, did he?
No, no, it was just funny. He just because he said that, he goes, no, you're still kind of complaining about the lack of friendliness in that club where he lives.
Yeah, for some reason they won't play with him in Alabama.
Well, in Alabama, I guess they figure he's far enough north to be considered a Yankee.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, very good. Appreciate you being out there, Carl, and appreciate you doing that. Of course, Carl does the set. I'll just say it clearly: D Star and DMR and Yaesu Fusion Net at 7:30s on Saturday nights. The reminders do get sent out, so if you got any of those modes, you can meet him there at 146-460 at 7:30 p.m. And that's Saturday nights only at this point. And that's Carl, November 8th, November Uniform Tango. Who else is Sal?
N-A-P-P-Y.
Hey, Rusty, what's going on?
Oh, man, I've been trying to get in here. You got a crowd from the south tonight.
Oh, yeah. The South is always reliable, I'll say.
The south has risen again, I guess. Just wanted to give you a quick hello and hope everything's going well. And good to talk to you.
Yeah, very good. I get a kick because the South really did, I'll just say, they got a form, I don't know if you call it revenge, but all of a sudden, I say all of a sudden, since the latter part of the 20th century, and now particularly, everybody seems to love the South.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but they sure do show up here, don't they?
Well, they do, and while I grew up in the North, I forget what the numbers are. Let's see, I'm 72, whatever that is, minus about 20. Yeah, I've spent 50 years in the South. So while I'm not a Southerner, I had two of my three boys were born in the South, so I'm kind of a grafted in Southerner. I think.
That's exactly right. We'll thank you anyway. Hope you have a good day, and hope to hear from you again soon. We'll talk to you later. N-A-P-P-Y, baby.
Yeah, very good, Rusty. That's Rusty, November 8th, Papa Yankee in Murfreesboro. Who else south? Anybody else south or east?
Okay, what is that? I got James and Juliet, Victor.
I only got one of those, and that was James, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. How's it goes, James?
It's going all right. I didn't know if my computer, if my radio's right as good. I moved my computer across the room. I don't know if it helped it or made it worse.
Well, your signal's fine, but it sounds a little rough or raspy. I don't know whether it's your microphone or what.
Might be bad living.
Bad who?
Bad living, like the things I eat or something.
Oh, yeah, you're doing 50 over to me, so you're still doing well. Hey, well, let me get you. Is Mike, are you a big copy, James, in Montjulia?
No, he's breaking his squelch, but I can't hear him tonight.
Did you hear him last time?
I did for the first time.
That's what I thought. I thought my memory was bad or something. So yeah, it's funny the changing conditions, but you did change this. You didn't change the antenna again, did you, James?
No, I moved the computer across the room. Maybe it's been using a shield or something.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Well, again, it could just be conditions with the weather patterns the way they've been here.
Comment.
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, the other Paul. It sounds like he's like a little bit off frequency in the low side.
Yeah, double check your frequency there, James.
reads on the screen just right.
All right. Yeah. Well, hold on one second. Give me just give me a 5 count or something.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a little bit better. A couple of down. I don't know where did you see it fall? It's not on 11413 something maybe.
Yeah, like 410, 412 down there. It seemed okay.
Huh. I don't know. I don't know which radio you have there, James. Because is there a way you can make that adjustment in there?
Maybe the computer was making a good shield as direct my signal last time.
I don't know. Yeah, you just sound a little off frequency. That's what I'm saying. Not much, just a little tiny bit.
I heard Michael pretty good.
Okay, well, no, if you're hearing everybody else right on the money with the, with the right thing, I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out over time, though. All right, but everything else going well for you in this rainy day?
Yes, it's rained a lot today for us.
Gives you a lot of time to work on all those appliances.
Yeah, sure. I worked on them all day and got tired.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you know how to do it.
Yes, my wife thinks I learned how to do it too.
Yeah, no, that's cool. No, it's always good to have those kind of skills. My wife, I think I've mentioned it before, but her dad was never like that, and neither were her 2 brothers, and neither were her 2 previous marriages. So she sees me fixing the stove or fixing the dishwasher or installing the dishwasher or fixing the oven or, doing the things that I do. She goes, "You know how to do all that?" Yeah, it's really not that complicated.
Yeah, you're her hero.
Well, no, she really did. She said, "That's unbelievable." Because she sees I can do all kinds of maintenance, really, painting reasonably well and fixing plumbing things reasonably well, and, wiring, electrical work, and she's amazed by that. And I just tell her, well, you ought to meet somebody who's really good at this.
You're just a big show off, aren't you?
No, not really. No, I'm just cheap. I like to do it myself.
Cheap too.
Yeah, very good. Hope everything goes well for you, James. That's Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. Who else is south or east?
Kilo. KB4 SSM.
Okay, hold on there, Tom. I think I already stepped on Larry. Larry still there?
Yeah, man, I'm here. You're having a busy night, so let's get on with it. KE4SYV.
All righty, that was Larry down in Rockville, KE4SYV. Then we had Tom and Martha. How you doing, Tom?
Doing very well. I have a point of interest. If you've gotten your QST magazine for October, mine came today. If you look over on page 97 where it shows recent silent keys, about 3/4 of the way down, you'll see K4 OFO Donnie Biggs is listed. Donnie's silent key passed away this year. So a lot of people knew him and he did use it. KB4 SSM, 73 is on.
Yeah, well, I hate to have you remind me of that because I was thinking about Donnie earlier today, and while I didn't know him a long time, the short time I knew him, I thought a lot of him, and I'm just sorry he's gone.
Well, the debt we all have to pay. KB4 SSM.
Oh yeah, there's a fella. I don't have his name in front of me. He was an officer with the Nashville Club, but he died, I guess, suddenly a couple of days ago at 61 years old.
Makes me feel old.
Yeah, his first name, I think his first name is Hollis. I'd have to look it up. You can see it on the Nashville Amateur Radio Club's homepage on the web. You can see it. I didn't know the fella, but 61 years old is a little too young.
Well, I'm 74, so I'm 85, and I think 90 is a little young. Anyway, I told my wife that I had a vision that I was going to live to be 106 years old and I'd meet death being shot dead by a jealous husband. So KB4 SSM.
Well, after telling your wife that, you're going to be shot by a maddened wife.
Perhaps.
Well, very good, Tom. That was Tom, Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. He's in Martha. Who else is east or south or east? Nobody else south or east?
Okay, I'm sorry, Kitty.
Hey, very good, Stan. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I couldn't be much better unless I was eating like a king, which I'm not.
Yeah, not tired of the rain, but I'm doing pretty good. I think it's another 3 1/4 inches here today.
Yeah. Is your back feeling any better?
Well, it's kind of aches a lot, afterwards. So I went back to the doctor and we'll see what he has to say about it.
Well, let's hope that gets better. I mean, I know from my own case, it's living with discomfort is not fun. Just learn to live with it, I guess, if it won't go away. Anyway, that was Stan. He's in just a little bit north of downtown Lebanon, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is east?
Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, Michael from Lebanon.
Hello, Michael. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good tonight. I guess I got a lot more rain than you did too. I probably got a couple of inches in about half an hour, 45 minutes here. It rained here from, I guess, probably about 10 o'clock till almost noontime. The times were just pouring, and the other times it was just raining pretty good.
Yeah, you might have gotten more than I did see. So I went out like this afternoon, and I noticed there's some really serious clouds east towards Lebanon. I don't know where they was. It looked like a mess, but was that you guys getting rain?
Yeah, that was probably where we got it at, because I know about between 10 and 10:30, it was just pouring solid. I would say probably got at least an inch at that point in time.
Yeah, I know we got some of that. I love that tone on that radio. We have to band-aid everybody get that beep.
Hey, it only does it for you, man. That's it. I can't get anybody else to claim it but you. I was gonna let you know. I learned as well as you did how to iron in the Navy. I always told my people as I ironed all my shirts, and I didn't accept the excuse that my wife didn't iron my shirts correctly. I told all my guys I would give them lessons on how to put military creases in shirts the first time. The second time, it's going to cost them.
Yeah, that's right. Did you? And you were in the Navy as well?
Yes, I was. I was in there. I came in 1979, but we didn't do that washing thing. We sent our laundry out, even in boot camp. That was one of the tasks we had to pass out laundry. But we had the tables out in San Diego where I saw that you guys that were a tad older than I was that actually had to wash the scrub tables.
Yeah, it was an interesting time though because everybody would be in the laundry in the showers because it was attached to all that laundry tables. The wash tables were laid right there next to the shower and the head, and so it was like one big communal washing time after dinner at night.
Yeah, I had other people tell me about that time, so I knew about it. And like I said, when I was in boot camp in San Diego, we had the scrub tables there, and they had the little V in it with the drain the water off. But and when I was in boot camp, I didn't know what that was for till I got out later on.
Hey, do me a favor. I messed up your call when I wrote it down. I know it's 5 Romeo India Papa, but it is Alpha 5, and what's the letter before that?
It's whiskey.
Yeah, I screwed it up. I wrote it down so sloppy. I said, no, that can't be right. Whatever I thought I was reading. Yeah, no, it was. But again, it's one of those things that was. Well, let's put it this way: when we were not doing inspections, and I don't know if you guys wore dungarees in '79. I don't remember. But a lot of times, guys, we didn't. If it came out of the laundry all wrinkled up, we wore it all wrinkled up because nobody cared in the work clothes. They cared about the dress clothes, but not the work clothes.
Well, then when I came through, I was a sandwich in between company or group at that point in time. We had utilities because they had dungarees and they went to these utilities and went back to dungarees. Just like you guys probably had the dress coats and ties with the dress shirts, and then they didn't have that when I came in. But then about a year after I came in, they switched over to Cracker Jack. So I didn't get either the dress coat or tie or the Cracker Jack until later on.
Now we essentially, if you look at pictures of Navy guys during World War II, and when I went in the 60s, and just up through 72, 73, it was still the same uniform and the same dungarees as World War II.
Yeah, that was what I didn't have. If you look at ours, my boot camp book that I got when I was at boot camp, we had a dark blue shirt that was kind of a cotton shirt, and our pants, trousers
Yeah, they tried to sneak in, I hate to take up this time, but they tried to sneak in permanent press shirts and permanent press pants to some of the newcomers around 70, 71. And that did not work out well because the permanent press stuff was polyester. And if you got any amount of oil or grease on it, it stayed forever. And I think they decided that was a bad idea. Anyway, let me move on. It's almost 9 o'clock. Michael, it's good to have you in there. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, and that's Lebanon. Lebanon with the tone. Anyway, I'd love to see what that is. Once you get that, you will get it resolved eventually. I just don't know when. Who else is anywhere, any place?
KG4ILV, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, Jack, waited till the last, did you?
Well, I was working out in the garage. I came in here. I think I missed my turn around the maypole.
Oh, yeah. No big thing. We don't have any rules about that. You know, everybody can self-identify, you know.
Hey, I thought last week you might have been in a hurry to get out of here since you skipped the 2-meter sideband. No,
I just forgot about it. Nobody said anything.
Well, it was over with, and I thought, well, Paul must have been in a hurry.
No. Well, I don't know. As long as we've been taking sometimes, there was no hurry. Everything else going well for you, Jack?
Oh, yeah, fine. It's just staying dry today.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was funny. We got a package today from somewhere. My wife ordered something in a box, cardboard box. And the FedEx guy, I don't know whether it was the U Postal Service or the FedEx guy, instead of pushing it up on the porch, he set it right at the edge of the porch. So half of the box gets soaked. I'm trying to understand how lazy you got to be to push it in 18 inches.
I think that's how they train them.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't get hurt or anything, but it was just funny to me. But anyway, hope you're doing well. That was Jack, Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor in Donaldson. Who else? And any place, anywhere?
With you, one Alpha Mike India.
Hello, how are you, Adam?
Hey, I'm just living the dream. Oh, living the dream. How about you?
Yeah, sometimes the dream isn't such a good one, but no, it's not so bad. It's I never thought. It's funny. Here I am, retired now for 11 years, I think it is, and I still feel as good about. Now I still miss work. Actually, I miss the challenges of working for a living.
Well, nightmares are dreams too, sir. Nightmares are dreams too. You could always go back to work.
Yeah, I could, but in my line of work that I did, it was. Well, I don't want to say it was strenuous because that's not what it is. But when you wear mechanical stuff, mechanical contracting in the aftermarket is a lot. It's fairly, I'll just say, strenuous, less dangerous in mechanical rooms and on roofs and commercial buildings and boiler rooms. And it's I'm not sure I'm up to that anymore.
Get you a liberal job. You just gotta think.
Get a what?
Get you a liberal job. You just have to air quote think.
Yeah, that's right. No, I liked it. I loved what I did. I'm very fortunate that I enjoyed what I did for a living, and I really did like it. Just part of the hard part of the job was the not the dangerous part. It never bothered me. It was just well, getting up on. There were occasions I was climbing. Well, it wasn't like it was something super dangerous, but you're climbing vertical ladders that are going 40 feet up in the air to get to a hatch that opens up on top of a big commercial building, and it's just you start pushing the envelope when you're in your 60s.
Yeah, it's not the time to start pushing it. I'm not there, but I mean, I'm only in my mid-30s, and everything hurts. That's the time when I do anything. So I got to get a little more active personally, but for now, I'll just enjoy my adult beverage, my cigar. You have a great weekend, brother.
All right, Adam, you have a good one. That was Adam, Whiskey 1 Alpha Mike India in Hendersonville. Anybody else anywhere? Any place anywhere? Anybody, any place anywhere? Please come down. Is anybody hearing anything I can't? I guess not. Then we're going to move over to the 2-meter upper sideband then. That'll be on 144.240. 144.240. We had what is that? 25, 23 check-ins. That was a new low, but doesn't matter. I say it matters, but it's doesn't matter whether there's 50 or 23. I'm glad you can show up and There's probably a bunch of people listening anyway. Anyway, 144-240 unless somebody objects. All right, see you there in a second. All righty, this is K4PEW, Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 144.240. Who is from the north? Please come now.
Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra.
Well, big signal there, Paul. Sounds great.
Sounded good here too.
Very good. Must be a good time for upper side. But who else is that? Was, by the way, it was Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra, Paul, and Mount Juliet. Who is else is north? Anybody else north? Please come now. I feel like I'm hearing somebody. Email me or something. Anybody else west?
KG4 LV Jack and Donaldson.
Yeah, there's a big signal from you too, Jack.
Yeah, sounded real good tonight.
Yeah, it sounds really doesn't sound as clean as FM, but it sure is as loud.
Well, thanks for doing the net, Paul. Appreciate it.
Very good. That was Jack. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor in Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo Greg and Ann.
Another big signal, Greg. You're doing great. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? Or west? We have to say west.
KM4 YRS, Mike and Billshire.
Yeah, aren't you glad you got rid of your little 5/8 swing?
I am.
Me too. I still laugh about that though. Not yours, mine.
Well, I'm glad I got your antenna.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, they're gonna diamonds next to the catalogs in the about. It'll say, "Here's our K4 PEW antenna."
They are changed today to K4 PEW Special.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah, well, they probably, I don't know if they noticed because they're all sold through distributors, but through the Gigaparts, etc. But I know we've sold. I'm willing to bet. I'll bet you it's close to. If it wasn't the 510s or the 700s, at least a 2 dozen.
Oh, I think you're right. It could be more.
I don't know, because there's some people we wouldn't even know about because they're having a good time somewhere else around us.
Talking on a different simplex frequency.
Oh, that's all right. I'm good with that. Anyway, that was Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in Bellshire. Good signal. Who else is north or west? Anyone north or west? Anybody south?
Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu.
Hey, very good. How you doing there, Tim? You sound good. Did you ever get that the new old antenna up?
No, sir. No. Hadn't been climbing much lately, but I'm gonna get it up there.
All right, very good. If you need help, call me.
Feeling better, but I do need to get it up there. But I need to get some coax too, though. I need to replace that coax and do all of it. And the good wife has got me working on this house quite a bit, so she ain't gonna give me no time on no radio stuff. You know how that goes.
Oh, I got you. I understand. It's perfectly acceptable reason. Making the wife happy is better than making ham people happy. Anyway, that's Tim, Kilo 4 Romeo Alpha Zulu in Murfreesboro. Good signal. If you get that new antenna up, you won't be able to live with yourself. It'll be such a big signal. Who else is south? Hey, very good. How much power are you running tonight there, Rusty?
My usual 5 watts in the cloud of death.
Yeah, you're doing good on 5 watts. It really is.
Well, good. Thanks to hear it. I got to with myself thinking get way past my bedtime. But anyway, talk to you later, Paul. Have a good one. NATT Rock.
Yeah, it's interesting. You were just barely on occasion bumping up against S1, but the audio is still very readable. Anyway, that's November 8th, Papa Yankee on 5 watts out of Murfreesboro. Who else is south?
You're S9 on me, Rusty. Oh, okay, good. Well, you're a whole lot closer.
Yeah, it's funny that people don't realize that wattage isn't everything. It's antenna placement and the height of antenna and how good the antenna is. Who else is south? South or east? Southeast, north, or west? Please come now. Anytime, any place, anywhere. All right, we're wrapping that up with 7 on the 2 meter upper sideband. We'll move right over to the 6 meter upper sideband on 50.135. Michael, would you make that announcement on the 2 meter side?
Will do, and I hope I can catch you on 6.
All right, yeah, we'll give it a good shot. K4PW going over to 50.135 upper sideband. This is K4PW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, looking for check-ins on the 6 meter side from the north. Please come now.
Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra.
Ah, you sound good there, Greg. About you always sounded as good. I'm trying to remember. I guess it was on 10 meters. You were a little lower, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got a little squalo I use for 6 meters.
No, it's working good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I built it, I think last year, just so I could kind of get up on this band. So, but yeah, you're good here. F9, solid.
Very good. Now, that's a horizontal squalo, right?
Yeah, horizontal.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I've never used one of those, but I've heard people have good reports with that.
It's okay. I don't think it has any gain or anything, but when the band's open, I've gone as far as up to the East Coast and down to Texas.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, when conditions are good, you know, like they say, you can hang a coat hanger out the window and hit everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
You bumped your VFO there, whoever that was.
Probably a bump the knob here.
Okay, very good. I figured that was you, but all of a sudden you sound like Donald Duck.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. I've never done anything like that, ever. No, of course I haven't. Anyway, that's Paul and Antioch. Kilo Charlie 9, Echo Tango Sierra. Who else is south? South or west? I guess it's west or south.
KF4 YRF, Mike in Belshire.
See, you came in loud and clear there, Michael.
Did you actually hear me?
Oh, yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, well, I've got a little bit of noise, and I can barely hear you, but I'm glad you can hear me.
Yeah, you're like S6 to me, so you're doing great. The audio is fine.
Good deal. Back to that.
Yeah, you'll have to look on the thing there, just you know, at what is it, 107, 7 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes after the hour. You'll see it there on the. If you haven't seen it on the YouTube thing. No, you sounded fine. That was Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is south or east or anywhere?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo Greg and Antioch.
Kilo, okay, I got 2 in there. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie Echo Victor CVE. Sorry, Charlie Victor Echo. I wrote it down backwards. That's Greg. Greg, you sound fine. Also, I think I heard KG4 ILV in there. Is that you there? Yeah, I'll get it right in a second here. Okay, Jack, is that you in there? Got all discombobulated there on who was calling who. Yeah, you said you're a little low, but which antenna are you using for the 6 meter? Oh, for the 6 meter, you're using that Moxon. Yeah, I would expect it to be better than that. No, I understand, but it just, I mean, you don't even show up on the S meter here. Yeah, maybe that's the reason. I guess you probably need to be what? Slightly southeast? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where you are. Well, very good. That was Jack in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Anybody else, any place, anywhere? Is anybody copying anything I'm not? All righty, a grand total of 6 on the 50.135. Appreciate everybody being there. Is anybody else who wants to check in before I jump out here? All righty. This is K4PEW closing the net. We're finished at 11 minutes after the hour. You guys have a great night. Appreciate everybody being there. K4PEW 73.